What kind of racist are you? You must be thinking, what? What a provocative question. What's your language, young lady? I am not a racist. Well, let's find out. So I am a Black, African, Somali, Muslim refugee woman. As you can see, I have multiple marginalized identities, and I have encountered my fair share of racists who claim that they're not racist. First, you have white supremacy racists, who label me as a Muslim terrorist, a Black criminal, an oppressed Muslim woman, and a refugee who's a threat to national security. White supremacy racists want me deported, imprisoned, and even killed because they do not see me deserving the same human dignity and human rights as them. Richard Spencer, who's a prominent white supremacist and neo-Nazi racist, calls for ethnic cleansing of non-whites from America. And he identifies himself as not a racist. And what is even more disturbing is that Richard Spencer attributes his success to the Commander-in-Chief of the United States of America. This Commander-in-Chief calls my country a shithole country and my religion a cancer. And this same Commander-in-Chief promises that he is, and I quote, the least racist person there is anywhere in the world. And then you have liberal racists who have rebranded racism to make it less terrifying. Liberal racists see me as a passive victim whose culture and religion are backwards and who needs a white savior. Western feminists label my hijab as a symbol of oppression and urge me to adopt a Western lifestyle that will free me from the shackles of religion and culture. Also, liberals who advocate for refugees use racist ideas, such as the claim that refugees are here to do the jobs that normal Americans are too superior to do. There's also those liberals who claim that they're colorblind and do not see race. Sorry to break it to you, but that is racist. Saying that you're colorblind is equivalent to saying that you're blind to the racial inequalities and racial injustice that we face because of our race. White supremacy racism and liberal racism have one thing in common, and that is they dehumanize me and see me as merely an economic factor. Now that we have gone through what the world thinks of me, it's only fair that we go through what I think of me. As the philosophers say, I think, therefore I am. I am not a passive victim of oppression, but an active resistant of injustice. I am an independent Muslim woman who is empowered by her religion. I am a refugee who has lived an extraordinary life of survival, resilience, and rediscovery. I am an intellectual, an activist, and the daughter of a phenomenal woman. I am Black, African, Somali, Muslim, refugee woman, and I am not your victim. You may be thinking, why am I telling you this? Is it to just make you feel bad that you may be a racist? Or to just humble brag myself? No, it's not. Rather, it's to make you aware that you may be practicing and preaching racist ideas without being aware that they're racist. I want us to examine our own internalized stereotypes, such as the claim that refugees are here to do the jobs that Americans do not want to do. I want us to be less passive and complicit in system of oppression. There's nothing such as being race neutral. You're either with the oppressed or the oppressor. It's black and white. I also want us to be less defensive when we talk about race. I do not want you to say, I am not a racist. I want you to say, I am anti-racist. Anybody can claim that they are not a racist, but few can say that they are anti-racist. Being an anti-racist requires you to dismantle system of oppression, confront inequalities, and establish human rights and human dignity. The next time that you're advocating for refugees such as me, do not say that we're good for the economy, but rather say it's our human responsibility to help each other. Base your argument in altruism and responsibility, not racist ideas of profitability. Let's speak against, resist against, and stand against oppression in all its forms. Let's rise up together. Thank you.